a new band of rebels arose who were determined to carry the fight to Jerusalem.
The SICARRI.
To the SICARRI, anyone who wasn't fighting the Romans was a collaborator and worthy of death.
Many were slain every day, and the fear men were in was worse than the calamity itself.
All right, first and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Name is only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the word of called Jesus Christ. Because there is a spirit that is pumped into every aspect now of Black and Hispanic society and culture. It is taking over like a black plague of the Black and Hispanic culture, okay? And it has been for some time, but it has rose to such great heights and prominence as it has never seen before, as it is in this day. All right, we see it in everything, that everywhere we look, we can see this culture being propagated. Okay, this culture within a culture that's being pushed divisively upon our people. All right, we're going to talk about it. So give me Ecclesiastes 1 and 9.
It's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
Read.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun, right? So if we take that scripture into consideration and we understand that there is no new thing under the sun, my question is, where does the strip club come from? The strip club culture has become a driving force amongst Blacks and Hispanics. Black and Hispanic clubs. Droves of Blacks and Hispanic women shaking their ass for dollar bills. Droves of Black and Hispanic men going to the club and spending all of their substance on whores. This can't be new because the Bible tells me it's not new. So where does it come from? How did it originate? And have our people ever partook in this in times of old? And was this ever associated with anything negative coming upon our people? These are the questions that I'd like to pose. And these are the questions that we are going to answer through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So, first and foremost, this idolatry that was partook in. This is me an excerpt of Herodotus. What a nine.
1-9.
Okay, let's read this paragraph here.
Come.
Via Herodotus.
It says the foulest Babylonian custom is
Babylonian custom. Read.
The foulest Babylonian custom is that which compels every woman of the land to sit in the temple of Aphrodite
Read on.
and have intercourse with some stranger at least once in her life.
You see that? These sexual favors were a part of sanctification unto the deity, which was called Aphrodite by the Greeks, which was called Semiramis, and Asherah by the actual Babylonians. Read.
It says many women who are rich and proud and disdain to mingle with the rest drive to the temple in covered carriages drawn by teens and stand there with a great what is that?
Retinue, it looks something like that.
With a great retinue of attendants, but most sit down in the sacred plot of Aphrodite with crowns of cord on their heads. There's a great multitude of women coming and going.
Great multitude of women coming and going. You call up to that strip club, All right, and now listen now. Let me say this. I'm gonna give y'all an example of what people do when they call to the strip club. Who knows how I know what people do when they call up to the strip club? I done called up to the strip club. You understand what I'm saying? So I know. All right. So you have to imagine, and this is the thing about the Most High and His will. Once we're going to thoroughly examine this, the history, and we're going to take a look at it in the scriptures, right? Once you find out something that you have done is wrong, that you may not have understood the gravity of the error that you did, it's going to hit you hard. If you're a demon, you're going to dismiss it. If you're a demon, you're going to try to rationalize why it's okay. But if you are sincere in serving the Most High Yahweh, and you say Yahweh's will be done, and not my own will, then when you come across information, you're going to be cut to the heart and say, man, what the hell was I doing? Right? So I'll say it. Right? Like I said, droves of women coming and going. You call up there, hey, how many girls you got? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And if I could add too, man, like I spoke on this before about, you know, when I came into the truth, and I attest to, you know, when this brother told me how he came into the truth and so forth, and the deacon, you know, as well as the other members in the camp, it's almost like the Most High prepares you for the things that He's about to reveal into you. So that's how you can really tell when the Spirit is dealing with you, because it's something that happens that puts you in a position to where when the information is exposed to you or presented to you, it's not hard for you to receive, especially when it's something that you like, something that you was involved in, and that, you know what I mean, you had a good time doing. You know, like brothers come out of the world and they smoking weed, but it was something before the Most High really put the Spirit on you for a brother to break it down to you how smoking weed is wrong. You already in your own mind had already been prepared to stop smoking weed. It just took a brother like, you know what I'm saying, the chief priest or the deacon or myself to come and say, look, this is what the scriptures is talking about. These are the things we suffering from. As brother just said, the foulest Babylonian custom. I take them into the scriptures, yo, follow not the ways of the heathen. All right. I can show you in the scriptures where we voluntarily went after the ways of the heathen and it caused us to fall. All of these different things. The Most High is going to prepare you for something before He reveals it. So you got to allow that spirit to move. All right. And when something is put on your spirit, you got to take a step back, humble down, and examine it before you start to cast it off. And it's like the brother said, start making excuses, you know, and trying to justify your wicked doings. So,
Right.
I mean, this is a testament to how sincere brothers is coming in the truth.
Come.
Going back, it says, with crowns of cords in their heads, there's a great multitude of women coming and going. Passages marked by a line run every way through the crowd, by which the men pass and make their choices.
And make your choices. This is what happens at the gentleman's club, the strip club. You walk in there, there's a plethora of women, and you choose the one that you like, that you want to go and waste your money with. Go ahead. Give me that in the Apocrypha. Somebody look for that for me in the Apocrypha about communing with harlots and how what you spend your substance. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. Or cat. And just hold that when you get it.
Once a woman has taken her place there, she does not go away to her home before some stranger.
She can't go home until she makes some money. She's got to make what's called, what is it called? It's called her house.
Yeah.
Okay. In this day and age, she has a set amount of money that she has to make before she can leave. Okay. Read.
Before some stranger has cast money into her lap and had intercourse with her outside the temple.
Yeah. Now, intercourse, they were really doing a lot of whoredom. As we read about it, there's other sources, of course. And it wasn't just intercourse that went on. All right. And we're going to talk about furthermore how it's the strip club. When we get into the scriptures, into the Hebrew, it's going to get even colder. But what I was going to say, you know, but it wasn't just having sex. Sometimes it would be sexual favors, and these are things that happen in gentlemen's clubs across America. A girl grinding on you for money and trying to get you aroused. You see what I'm saying? Groping you, letting you grope her. This is what was going on in this time. All right. Read.
It says, but while he cast the money, he must say, I will invite you in the name of my leader. It does not matter what the sum of money is. It
don't matter. She'll give you some attention for $1. Read.
The woman will never refuse.
She won't refuse your dollar. She'll thank you with much gratitude and take her clothes off for $1 on the stage.
Sometimes none.
Sometimes none.
Sometimes none.
This is disgusting, and this is where it comes from. Go ahead.
It says, for that would be a sin.
That it would be a sin to her to say, no, I don't want your dollar. It's a sin. They'll fire her out of that club for being rude if you tipping her one damn dollar. Go ahead.
The money, it says, the money being by this act made sacred.
It makes it sacred to them, to the satanic deities that they worship. The exchange for money for sexual favors makes it sacred. Read.
So she follows the first man who cast it and rejects no one.
What does she follow? She follows him now to the back. VIP dancing. You see? Go ahead.
After their intercourse, having discharged her sacred duty to the goodness or to the goddess, she goes away to her home, and thereafter there is no bride, however great, that will get her.
There is no what?
Bribe. Excuse me. There is no bribe, however great, that will get her. So then the women that are fair and tall are soon free to depart, but the uncomely have long to wait because they can.
They ain't making no money because she's ugly. The Hamite like they women tall.
Oh man.
You see? That's how the bad all the Cushite women tall are. They taller than the other one. They taller than the black woman. Definitely taller than the Latin woman. Are you kidding me? They like their women tall. That's that God that she's tall. We're gonna read about it. Go ahead.
But
why
come on,
niggas
man.
on the comment board talking about IUNC for what? Did you guys say something about IUNC?
Nah.
They just started talking about how IUNC is the devil.
Brothers, well, what we need y'all to do in the chat room is stay on topic. There's a heavy spirit of whoredom that's going on amongst your nation. And once we get, y'all need to pay attention to this lesson. Because once you get into the meat of this lesson, what you'll understand is how satanic the lifestyle, how much more satanic the lifestyle of the black and Hispanic man, woman, and child is, even more than you already knew. And once you understand that, you should understand how important it is, and it should invigorate your spirit in detesting and prophesying against that wickedness. Okay, and getting black women off the pole and getting black men from standing around that pole. Okay, once you understand what satanic ritual it is, and the Bible told you about it 100 times, and you never knew it.
That's right.
So read.
Yeah, we spoke on this before, man, about brothers using our common war as some sort of, sword sharpening avenue. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, common boards is open for brothers to ask their questions, to be able to chime in, maybe kind of add on to what brothers is going into.
Mainly,
mainly, you know what I'm saying? But not for brothers to be coming on here just because you know it's going to be a bunch of people. You come in here and cause up strife or going and cutting people, man. We ain't up here just speaking just, to waste our breath. All right, brothers is actually trying to edify and bring out some valid information to help brothers grow in this truth. Okay? Like I said, don't get blocked. Okay?
Please.
Don't get blocked, or don't cause this to get cut off and disabled, especially brothers that's affiliated with SICARRI. Y'all definitely need to be the ones focused in and making sure you guys should be the one moderating the the damn comment.
Checking dudes.
I got a precept for the brothers right here that are on comment board. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 15. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High.
That's right.
That's right. Be with the wise. We talking wisdom. Talk about this wisdom through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Don't worry about nothing else. You got that other precept I wanted? You found it?
I believe it's this one right here. Ecclesiasticus.
Don't bring it out. Just hold it. Hold it, okay. Please. We gonna get it in 1 second. Go ahead.
We were just saying about, you know what I'm saying?
The ugly girl can't get no money.
The ugly girl, no, come on, man. You know the ugly girl. And that's when the ugly girl starts to actually get more authentic with the ritual.
Yeah. She wants to give you perks and benefits.
She really want to give you that ass.
That's right.
Because she knows that's going to be her perk. To be able to get that tip.
And we just, hey, look. I must need to say this. And we just telling it to you straight, man. All right? We giving it to y'all straight because this is the reality of the situation. And again, once we go into the scriptures and examine what the Most High said about this, and the type of effects that it has on us, you understand. You got to go out here. You might want to hold a camp in front of the goddamn strip club. Let me tell you something. By the grace of the Most High, maybe the will of the Most High, I'm gonna be on South Beach with the brothers at the summit teaching the Bible at South Beach. These scriptures is coming out on South Beach because that's a cheap place of whoredom in this country. You got a club down there called King of Diamonds. From there, this place is franchised. Diamonds of Atlanta. I think they got one in Chicago, Detroit, Ace of Diamonds in LA. Franchise. It started from there. And that Atlanta and that Miami has revolutionized whoredom amongst the Israelites. And we have to, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, combat those satanic vibrations amongst our people. So it's of utmost importance that this information comes out. And it's of utmost importance that all of us get a thorough understanding of the error of these activities, and all of us rebuke it. All right? Go ahead.
It says, so then the women that are fair and tall are soon free to depart, but the uncomely have long to wait.
She can go home early. She done made her money because she looked good. Right, Reed?
Hey, where she find one of these? Hey, like one in them cities that you were just speaking about. What they do? They find one of them rappers. And they, take them out.
They want to make it rain for 20,000.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or they, what is it? Take them, make them a little, video, or try to take them out the club. Period.
Now, but watch this. Now it says that them that are fair and tall are soon free to depart. Some of these girls, like Cash Doll, right? Bad piece, right? Bad piece. She was dancing. She said the nigga made it rain 20-something thousand on her one night. She stopped dancing and opened up a business. You see that? She's free to depart because she made enough money. You got these other girls, they work every night.
Hey, that's right. I'm going to say, it's going to speak about this right now. It says, are free to depart, but the uncomely have long to wait because they cannot fulfill the law, for some of them remain for 3 years or 4.
Oh, you see that? They stripping, dancing all they life into their damn 30s. But see, here's the thing, right? And here's what's so powerful about the Most High God. And this is why everybody hates when we tell them keep the law. Because when you let's take a look at the law of the gods of the nations. It's a law amongst the Cushite for your woman to be a whore. That's right. The Hamite has a law that your woman got to be a hoe. Most High God said there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel.
That's right.
Not one. But it's just so evil for us to teach the law. You know why? Because you're so satanic, you want to be a hoe. You want your girl to be a hoe. You want your daughters to be whores. Go ahead.
That's heavy. There is a custom like this in some parts of Cyprus.
And this is all over the place. They have this custom, right? So I want to get the scriptures on it. All right. I want to get.
You find that?
yeah. If you got that scripture right, Bible shop, bring that thing out, man.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 9.
Start at 6.
Start at 6. Give not thy soul unto harlots.
Give not thy soul unto harlots. Every song I turn on is a black man giving his soul to a harlot. Every song I turn on the damn radio, every rapper is talking about giving his soul unto harlots, how much money he threw in the club.
Well, at least Drake is trying to get him out the strip.
Yeah, you know what? We gotta give Drake some props because he's trying to save them. Listen now, I know it might sound crazy. But being a Captain Save-A-Ho is not such a bad thing from the aspect of the laws of God. That's right. In the world, we're like, oh, this nigga, you know what I mean? This nigga, man. From the laws of God, it's a righteous thing. You can take that black and Hispanic woman and get her off of that pole. You have done a service to God. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, inside source told me James Harden is out there in Houston giving out stimulus packages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's out there giving bitches a stimulus package.
Giving them that stimulus package. Getting them a little spot, a little whip, couple grand in their pocket. Hey, if you want it, you'll get out.
So
that's what they try to do. And again, to go to the fine ones. Like the brother said, you dancing all the way. You started when you was 18. You're 33 years old, still dancing. And you've been talking about for the past 5 years, you've been getting ready to stop. And all this ambition for you to get out. You can't.
You be in the club, you see a girl 38 years old, 40, in their 40s, dancing, man. There's no
45.
Stab wounds and cigarettes.
He ain't lying. You see what I'm saying? And even this sister, I heard this sister on IG Live, Levi's sister that danced. She said straight up, ain't no girl that danced on a pole that's not messed up in her head. Not one. She said, not one. We are messed up in our minds to do what we do. Where she said, I don't care what nobody says, it's prostitution and it's selling sex and it's selling your body. She said, I don't necessarily sell my box and let a nigga come up in it, but I'm pretty much him. You understand what I'm saying?
Busting it open.
Right, busting it open for a nigga for all eyes to see your private parts.
He said C-section scars.
He said C-section
scars. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Let me finish it up.
Finish it out. Yeah, keep going. Keep going all the way to the line. Let that thing roll.
Look not round about thee in the streets. Oh, slack it. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thy inheritance.
You see that? Spend all your money. You bragging about how much you made it rain in the club. God said, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be so obsessed with all these hoes. And you, Famous Los, man. This brother put me on a brother named Famous Los on the damn internet. This dude, Famous Los, said, am I going? It was his curse day. And he's like, people ask me if I'm going to the strip club. He said, you know, the strip club, I have the best and the worst night of my life. I'm in there, I'm having fun, and then I get out of there and I realize somebody robbed me. Oh, it was them girls in there that robbed you. You threw all the damn money at them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gave your soul to that hoe.
And then it turns into a rape. It turns into
a rape,
a rain race.
Oh, yeah.
Who can make it rain? And then you know niggas are so much machismo, right?
Yeah.
If a nigga see you making it rain more than the other niggas making it rain,
he gotta come take you out.
He gotta come take you out. Hey man, we've been there before. Right?
Hey,
I ain't gonna say when. But
you know, hey, bro, it's happened. It's happened. All right. And look, this is why the Most High, we had to come upon this information, and we got to bring it out because we can talk about this information. You see what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not proud of the fact I can talk about this information now that I see the grave error in it, but I can talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So because we can't talk about it, it's important that we bring this out. And now somebody tried to put me onto this information a couple months ago, but I didn't really come across what I came across, this last time a couple weeks ago through the Spirit. I was like, damn, because I just, what the brother had told me had came up again in my mind through the Spirit. So I really started digging in. You know what I mean? I really started digging in. And what I found was outside of that, this is just the introduction what we just read. We're gonna finish this scripture, and we're gonna read another scripture. Go ahead, read that.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 7. Look not round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary places thereof. Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman.
You see that? Read.
And look not upon another's beauty.
You see that girl in the club, she catch your eye. You see what I'm saying? You start having feelings for this girl. Okay? And it's a reason why they say it's colder than a hooker's heart outside. Okay? She knows your dumb ass is thinking in your mind. This girl really, hey, this girl really likes me.
I really like that girl.
I got a little piece right here, man. I feel she the one.
Hey, she the one, huh? You in the strip club, your boy looking at you like, nigga, you have a wife at home. And you over here talking to me about this bitch you just met.
I was gonna say most down-to-earth bitch you ever met. Just understanding and cool, and you know what I'm saying?
She's a psychologist.
I like that bitch. The coolest bitch in the world over here.
Yeah.
This is
and so did many other men.
Ecclesiasticus 19 and 2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
You see that? Wine and women, man.
And,
I wish I knew that.
And he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
You see that? Somebody give me the definition of impudent. The white man is assuring that every form of media, Instagram, the damn TV, the music you watch is saturated with the strip club, with the ideology of cleaving to harlots to ensure that our people will remain or enter into a state of further impudence. It's important that we know that. It's highly important that we know that, right? Who got
obsolete,
lacking
modesty?
The white man wants you obsolete. And you know how he's doing it? Through putting every little pretty girl from your hood on a pole. and having you spending all your damn rent money and your kids' food money at that goddamn pole. And he wasn't the first one to do it. Bernie Mac said, you know, walk around Africa and the woman was just naked, so the white. Let me tell you something. This custom come from an African. We've already proved that. The Hamite. Well, we're gonna show it to you in the Bible in a second. That was it on that out. Finish that social market cut.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
You're deceived. That girl don't like you. That girl is a temple sacred harlot to some satanic deity.
And she got a Wi, and then you know she'll give you her number. It's a Wi-Fi. It's a Google.
It's a Google number. It's a text app.
It's a Google number.
You think you got the direct line? You text her. She without Wi-Fi, she can't even talk to you. She ain't even getting it. Or she talking to you, and then you think it's all good. She got a man at home, or some type of stripper boyfriend pimp at home,
right? Who's getting all your kids' money?
Yeah.
And giving it to his kids and taking his kid out to eat.
Yes, just what the deacon doesn't say.
Whole truth, right? Whole truth. We got to get out of that damn place. We got to realize how much of a snare that place is, right? Go ahead.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Sit not at all with
you got niggas, you got girls that's become obsessed. I mean, you got men that become obsessed with these girls, man. Stalk these damn girls. You seen Players Club? I just wanted to make sure you got home safe. That like you think Players Club was it was a fairy tale? You know, that was based on the reality of what's going on in the black strip club. The very grim reality. Read.
Nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her.
Spend not thy money with her, man. Get out of that goddamn strip club and fast. Read.
At the wine. Lest thine heart incline unto her.
Oh, if there's wine at the see, some of the strip clubs
they don't got
alcohol, but the ones with the alcohol, that's even further Satan's playground.
Talk about it.
You're gonna get drunk. She gonna go in your pockets, peel you. You know,
you just wide open. You just wide open in the end of the section.
Yes.
Her son gonna come tell you.
Yeah, that's right. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Least not thine. Least thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction.
You see that? That's cold-blooded right there, right? That's it on that. Let's go here to Hosea. Let me Hosea 4 and 14, and I need it. Here's what I need. I need the concordance. I need the Strong's on it. I need the NLT version, and I need the New King James version as well. Then we're gonna analyze this scripture.
I got the NLT. Somebody get the New King. Well, I'll flip it.
Okay.
Well, I got it.
You got the Strong.
And I got Hosea right now.
Read it, and then you get the Strong's on Groves. Go ahead.
This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 14. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom.
The Most High said he's not going to punish these. There's a reason why these young black and Hispanic girls are living their life and becoming mega stars and making careers out of what they're doing on Instagram. There's a reason. These girls are getting paid $1,000 to take a goddamn picture with a package of protein powder. You understand that? A girl is getting paid $1,000 to do that. You worked 40 hours a week to get that amount of money. This bitch took a picture. You know why? Because her other videos consist of her dressed as a whore on a pole twerking. So she can get paid what you get paid for 2 weeks of work to take a picture with some goddamn protein powder. The Lord is not punishing them women. Are those women being punished?
Nope.
Those women are becoming the queens of the earth. The black and Hispanic woman that is an exotic dancer. He said, read it from the top.
I will not punish your daughters.
He said, I'm not going to punish them. Read.
When they commit whoredom. Nor your spouses when they commit adultery.
Nor your spouses when they commit adultery. These black women out here being hoes, and nothing is happening to them. Right? Read.
For themselves are separated with whores.
Because the men of Israel are separated with whores. Read.
And they sacrifice with harlots.
They sacrifice with harlots. Read.
Therefore, the people that doeth not understand shall fall.
The people that don't understand, because of our lack of understanding of the fact that when you go to the strip club, you are literally partaking in a satanic ritual, which is why it said they sacrifice with harlots. Well, we don't realize that because we don't understand that we remain falling and we're getting worse and more of us are getting killed, right? Give me the Strong's on that.
You say you want it from Groves?
Groves, where's the word at? Hold on, let me see. Shalaki, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Kodasha. Shalaki. Read 15. Shalaki. Wait, it's not a 14? Hold on, let me see.
You think it's in another translation?
Shalaki. It's in a
The NLT.
No, it's in a my bad. It's in the next verse. It's not the next verse, but the next one I have listed for Groves. Okay, give me the NLT and the NKJV though for this Hosea 4:14. Go to what is that? 1 Kings 14 and 15. That's what I need. The Strong. Give me that. Who got the NLT? Go ahead.
Hosea 4:14 in the NLT. But why should I punish them for their prostitution and adultery? For your men are doing the same thing.
You're doing the same thing. Read.
Sinning with whores.
Read.
And shrine prostitutes.
And shrine. There's two different kinds of whores in Hebrew. You have a regular whore. Oh, she's just a hoe. Then you have a shrine or a temple or a sacred prostitute, meaning she does a ritualistic form of prostitution. That's what the stripper does. He said, because, read it again in the NLT.
It says, but why should I punish them for their prostitution and adultery? For your men are doing the same thing. It says, sinning with whores and shrine prostitutes.
Sinning with them. Why? Because when you go to the shrine to deal according to the ritual of the shrine prostitute, you are worshiping that God. When you see a girl dancing around a pole and you throw money at her, you are worshiping Ashtoreth. It's the same thing as celebrating Easter. It's you going to the strip club is Easter Sunday. Why do you think niggas get all dressed up? Finish that. That's it on that. Go ahead.
Oh, foolish people, you refuse to understand, so you will be destroyed.
That's it. We refuse to understand how evil what we do is. And this is one of the evils that we do.
Hey, mute it real quick.
So let's go to that's it on that. Finish it. If not,
no, this is yeah, that was done, but this is
in the KJV. Go ahead, because this verse right here is so powerful. Read.
It's the NKJV. I will not punish your daughters when they commit harlotry, nor your brides when they commit adultery.
Read.
For the men themselves go apart with harlots.
We go apart with hoes. Read.
And offer sacrifices with the ritual harlot.
We offer sacrifices with that ritual harlot. You're throwing dollars. You're making it rain. You're getting the table dance. You're getting the lap dance. You're getting the VIP. You understand what I'm saying? That's sacrificing. That's how you do it. You don't go and kill a baby with a ritual harlot to sacrifice. You give her money in exchange for what she's doing. All right? That's what you do. Right? So that's it on that. Give me 1 Kings 14 and 15, and that's where I need the Strongs for Groves at. Because this is something we did. Hosea, the prophet Hosea was getting on.
Hey, nothing's new under the sun.
There's nothing. This is and you got to think about it. I said, man, and they're pushing it so heavy. You know, when I brought this out to Sergeant Shamar Yashar said, man, he watching this damn Love and Hip Hop, right? Love and Hip Hop, we got Remy Ma. Everybody knows Remy Ma. Lean back, right? She's back out. So she got into it with Papoose, and Papoose was managing her, and that's her husband. And she said she don't want him to manage her no more. The first video she does after she fires him as a manager is her reenacting the scene from the Players Club, where she puts on a full cheetah bodysuit and dances for money to a room full of white police officers, right? This is what the white man wants. He wants your woman to be depicted as this, and this is going to get played on BT, on MTV, right for your little kids to see. BT Jams, the YouTube, your little kids is going to see this because the white man wants it, because he said he will make us obsolete through this. If we keep up in this and we keep falling in love with this, we're going to continually be obsolete and destroyed. Go ahead.
Hey, now we're justifying it. Now it's a pass. Again, when I was growing up, you was a weirdo for doing drugs. When I was growing up, you was a weirdo. You was the weird girl for, you know, being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Now it's, hey, I'm not knocking your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Make your money how you need to make your money. I can respect your hustle. I can respect the bitch that grind. All of this different type of, you know, excuses that you now giving to her, to where we can't even speak to these, you know, to these people in
it's called slut shaming.
Yeah, we can't even, it's slut shaming now. We can't even speak to these people in stammering lips and another tongue, as the scriptures speak about, which we know is ridicule, to correct them, because the only thing he'll say is, well, I got a stack of money in my pocket. I got a stack of money in my pocket. Rocking these old feminine ass sneakers, talking about, well, these cost $1,200. Tight ass jeans, talking about, oh, well, these was $1,200. You know what I'm saying? There's a feminine, homosexual ass button up, this silk button up you got on. All right. Well, this was a $2,200 shirt, Versace shirt. Come on. Come on. This is why gets away with damn near all of the sick and foul, detestable things that he does. You know, people idolizing this money. You can't say nothing about it because, oh, we in the era of respecting the hustle. Shit is sick.
That's right.
First Kings,
money pushed by the white man.
1 Kings 14:15 says, "For Yahweh shall smite Israel as a reed is shaken in the waters, and he shall root up Israel out of his good land, which he gave to their fathers, and shall scatter them beyond the river, because they have made their growth. Excuse me. Which he gave to their fathers, and shall scatter them beyond the river, because they have made their groves."
Because they have made their groves. You read this in the Bible a million times. You read about groves, but you never knew what groves were. I never knew what a grove was. I had to look at this word, and that's what opened this whole thing up through Spirit and Power of Yahweh. Give me that in the Strongs, the word groves. Part of the reason why we've been kicked out of our land and we're here in America being destroyed and enslaved is because we made groves. And we came into America, we make groves in America. Let's see what a grove is in the Bible. And this one is going to bring everything home.
The word groves, Hebrew word Asherah, meaning groves for idol worship. A Babylonian, Astarte, Canaanite goddess of fortune and happiness. The supposed
of fortune and happiness, that's where the money comes in the mirthful spirit of the strip club. Read.
The supposed consort of Baal, her image, or her images, the goddesses, her images, sacred trees or poles.
Or what?
Or poles.
Or what?
Or poles.
Go ahead.
Set up near an altar.
Set up near an altar. That's what the grove is. A tree or a pole that the Hamite woman would dance around to entice men to worship Baal and give her money in exchange for sex. Then we did it. You said the black woman is goddess, where it comes from. When you look up the Asherah pole, it was basically they would take a tree and they would carve the tree out to be Asherah, to be a tall, Hamitic woman. All right. So that's how they would do it. This is where the strip club comes from. It's a grove in the Bible. So when you read about the groves, that's a strip club. That's where they had a pole that women would dance around to entice men to commit idolatry and have sex with them for money. No different than what goes on in your strip clubs in America.
Right. The pole, not only do they have the pole, they got the altar. It's propped up.
Yeah.
That is an altar.
That's what the altar is called. What? A high place.
Right.
Come on now. It's called that high place where they put that pole for you to throw your money, which is your sacrifice unto these deities. That's what it is.
What is altar?
Well, it depends on what kind of altar you're talking about. There's different kinds of altars. We have an Israelite altar. You have altars of different gods and different ways different people set up.
Israelite altar.
An Israelite altar? You can look it up. Google it. Google the altar in the temple. I'm just going to show you. I can't break it down. Just
Right.
describe. Just draw a picture for you.
You
You know, study. You know, but that's what this is what they would do. And you have to understand that all the religion of the Babylonians and the Hamites was sexual and fertility worship. You see what I'm saying? So it all had to center around sex. This is why they push it so much on us now. And we went off into it voluntarily back in those times. And it's wicked and it's evil, and we must repent and we must come out of these groves, come out of these whorehouses.
Without a doubt.
Right? And this is why the Lord, this is what somebody might say. Hosea, right? Well, you had Hosea. Give me Hosea 2. I'm gonna show you something. Give me Hosea 2:1. Somebody might try to say you had Hosea. This is why Hosea wrote it in Hosea 4:4. The Lord paired Hosea with that whore. He paired Hosea with that whore so Hosea could feel the pain of the Most High God. And the Most High God can use Hosea's relationship with his wife and his children as a similitude for his relationship with us as a people, and for the prophet Hosea to give his prophecies, man. Right? So give me 2:1.
Book of Hosea,
So
chapter.
Verse 2:1. 2:2.
Book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 2. Plead with your mother.
Plead with your mother. He's begging his kids to plead with their mother. Read.
Plead, for she is not my wife.
When she's being a whore, she is what?
Not my wife.
You see that? She's not my wife. He married her that she wanted to be a hoe. He said, she is not my wife. He's not this, like, he didn't go and marry this whore and then, you know, she go do a call and then she come back and get in bed with him. You know, that wasn't, Hosea wasn't a boyfriend. Hosea took a woman and then she would run off and go be a hoe. And you know women like this, right?
I thought he paid her and said, for this amount of time, you can't.
For this amount of time, I mean, you're going to be my wife. He gave her that. That's in the first chapter, I believe. And here's the thing, though. you know, women like this. I know women like one of my close older homies, man, from back when I was young. He had a woman like that she would run off and just disappear and do God knows what.
Our mom.
Yeah, most of our mom. Hey, yeah, right. And then just home. What?
Yeah.
What's going on? This is what Hosea was going through. The same thing Black and Hispanic men go through.
Right.
White man ain't going through this.
Right.
White man don't care if his wife is gone.
My
He's a
mom
faggot.
used to leave for so long, then come home and sleep for 3 days. They used to have to pour water in her face to wake her up. I'm talking about pitchers of water in her face to wake her up.
You see that? This is a Black man's problem. This is not, you know, nobody else. Where the Israelite Cambodian is he going? Is he going?
Hell no.
Couldn't go
was going to get rice.
Yeah, that's right.
Carrying on top of her
And
head.
cooking that
back to
dinner
the house.
every night at 6 o'clock, or else. Go ahead.
Let her therefore put away whoredoms.
Let
out
her
of
stop
sight.
being a hoe. You see that? So Hosea was only dealing with her when she wasn't being a whore. So don't try to go to Hosea to justify your lust. Okay? That grove is an altar unto Asherah. If you were Israelite and you want to still justify yourself, you might as well go celebrate Christmas and Easter. Because, I ain't doing, I'm just throwing money at a girl, man. I ain't doing that to Asherah. Well, they're not worshiping Nimrod. They're worshiping Jesus. They're not worshiping Asherah on Easter with them. Hey, all this for Jesus, man. Oh, it's just something fun for the kid. Literally, you saying the same thing. It's evil, man. It's very, very evil. Let's get
I think there's some more on this.
let's finish it.
And her adulteries from between her breasts.
She's letting different men lay in her bosom that belong to the prophet Hawashai in Hebrew. Right? That was it on that. Let's go to 2 Kings now. 2 17 and 16 to 18.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 16. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their
This
God
is what we do. This is what we've done now in this time as well. Read.
and made them molten images,
Uh-huh.
even 2 calves, and made a grove.
You see that? The northern kingdom did to get kicked out of the land. They made 2 calves and then a grove. So they had 2 golden idols and a strip club, which all symbolize sexual fertility, woman worship. Read.
It says, and worship all the hosts of heaven.
And they worshiped it. They got this from the Egyptian now. Because the Egyptian had these strip clubs and these holes. Understand that, read. And we've proven that. Go ahead.
It says, and serve Baal.
And serve Baal. Because in doing that, you serve Baal. You serve the masculine and feminine deity. Right? So that's it on that. Go to 18.
Verse 18 or verse 17. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire.
Planned Parenthood. Read.
And use divination and enchantments.
Witchcraft, voodoo, Santeria, brujeria. Read.
And sold themselves to do evil in the sight of Yahweh.
You see that? And we're doing the same thing now. Read.
It says to provoke the Lord or to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them out of his sight.
That's why the northern kingdom got kicked out and got 390 years pursuant to Ezekiel, the 4th chapter. This is why we're still here now for the same.
There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
That's right. So now let's go to Jeremiah 3:11.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel have justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Now, we just read about how bad the northern kingdom was, right? And all the evil that they did while building their groves and their idols, right? We just read about that, right? So go back to that in Jeremiah 3:11. Start from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel,
read, the northern kingdom, read,
has justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Meaning the southern kingdom, we did worse. We watched them build whorehouses and idols, and we did even worse. Read.
Keep going.
That was 11?
That was 11.
Okay, give me Leviticus 19:29.
Book of Leviticus chapter 19 verse 29. It says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to a whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
With the first whore, it caused the land to fall into whoredom. This is why we have to spiritually combat this satanic spirit of whoredom that's being pushed on our people. Understand where it comes from, understand where it originates, and understand the importance and the adamants we need to come against it through the spirit and power of Yahweh.